Hi, my name is Dan Ponder. I'm here at the Rivermen Cigar Company in St. Louis County, Crestwood Municipality, and we have a cigar lounge where we have a shop with some premium cigars that we offer, as well as a lounge for people to come in and partake in a smoke and provide some relaxation and downtime for those that are looking for a place to go and communicate with their community and meet new friends. And we watch sporting events here at night, during the day. More of a day crowd's a little bit different, where we'll have some guys coming in taking a break during the day, working. So a whole lot of variety of people come here, and we're very happy to be open and be able to provide a place like this for the area and the city itself. Went ahead and opened the cigar shop up in May of 2018. The Rivermen Cigar Company was a name that we chose, and because of the name, we went ahead and decided how we could decorate the place in terms of part of the branding with the new name. And so I was able to find a famous Missouri painter, Gary Lucy, down in Washington, Missouri. Just a tremendous studio he has down there, and really skilled painter. So we have some of his paintings here on display along with others. So that was all part of the branding. And you know, cigars are part of an artisan family of music, of paintings. So we wanted to bring that to the lounge itself to make it dress up, so it just wasn't a bunch of bare walls, and people could be comfortable here and get back into more of a relaxation mode. The name came about for those that have started a new company. For me, I had worked as a consulting engineer prior to venturing off into small business, which happens to be this cigar shop and the Rivermen Cigar Company. So you got to, so it was all kind of new to me. You have to choose a name. You choose a name by trying to figure out a name that nobody else has used. Are you going to be able to get rights on that name? Can you lock down social media addresses? So it's quite an elaborate process, a bit more than what I had probably thought it was going to be. But I asked a couple of my friends that were cigar smokers to come up with a list. They each came up with about 10 names each, and U.S. Grant Cigars, Dan Cigars, a whole host of different names, and out of that was the Rivermen Cigar Company. And so I went ahead and chose it, and then you go through your searches and find out if somebody else is using it and whether or not it actually is available through GoDaddy or Google or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So that's kind of the first thing we do these days. I think in days of old, it was important to have a physical address, and now it seems like the social media addresses are equally, if not more important. Well, I probably started smoking cigars about 25 years ago. And there was a lounge that I frequented when I was living down in Houston, where I was at for about 20 or 25 years. And I became attracted with the cigar culture, probably more than the cigars initially. I just enjoyed, I was living by myself down in Houston, away from home. I'm born and raised here, but after I went to the University of Missouri-Rolla, Missouri School of Mines, I graduated engineering and left for about 25 years, and I made my way back about 6 or 7 years ago here to St. Louis. So I was out and about, Lone Ranger, no family, no friends from the old neighborhood, so I ventured into a cigar shop one day, and I went in there and grabbed a cigar. I hadn't really smoked a lot over the days, and when lo and behold, I saw some guys sitting on the couch. I kind of waved at them the first time. I came back a day or two later, and they waved me over to the couch, and I sat there, and I've been there ever since. So I got kind of hooked down in Houston. The owner was very nice and gracious, and as a result of that, went on some cigar trips, and where he got about 10 or 12 of his customers together, and we went to the Dominican Republic, where we actually got to go and see the cigars be made. And the cigars, it takes over about 100, 150 people to make a cigar. A lot of people don't know that. So we actually got to go all the way through the process, from what we call from seed to cello, and seed to smoke. And so we got to actually see the fields, we got to see the rollers, we got to see the fermentation process, and we got to see all of it. And we went to the Davidoff plant, which is a very large plant with probably 1,500 rollers or more. Went to Lido Gomez, which is more of a mom and pop. At the time, this was 10 or 12, 15 years ago, very famous cigar maker right now. He got Cigar of the Year a couple of years ago with Cigar Aficionado, and he took us out into the farms, and then we went to Arturo Fuente, which is a very familiar family-run business. So I got to see the three different cultures. The family business is over 100 years old, and the three of those in Dominican Republic. So each day we took a turn looking at the process and learned a lot. And one thing about cigars is we really like to promote education. And if you can find yourself a cigar shop in your area where you can make some new friends, you can also learn a little bit about the cigars, where they come from, how they're rolled. And I think that actually is a good learning way of learning about cigars, and therefore you become more educated, and I think you enjoy it. Well, we're real blessed to be here. We really appreciate the support of our local community, and it also, I think, is really important in terms of providing a place for the community to get together in a very comfortable atmosphere in which we can meet new people. And we have this saying that there is the power of the leaf, that the tobacco leaf brings people together. And we see all different types of folks with different views, and they congregate at the cigar shop, and everybody's treated as equal and the same. And it's really a beautiful thing to see people reaching out that may normally not even come in contact with each other are now having a place where they can get together and relax, spend an hour, hour and a half. The nice thing about cigars is that the premium cigars is that you guys sit down and relax. It takes an hour, hour and a half. Some of the cigars we got in there are 3-hour smoke. And somebody the other day was on his way down to Cape Girardeau when he grabbed a big one. He says, I got about a 2-hour drive and I'm gonna give a big one. This will reach me till I get down there. Allows you to relax, to think. And I think in the days of all this hustle and bustle, and it's very hectic life for a lot of people these days, it's just nice to be able to sit and chill out and relax and enjoy a premium cigar with your new friends and also some of your old friends. Well, we get all different types of folks that will come in here. We've got some people that will that are regulars, that are here on a regular basis. We got some people that come in from out of town. They might find out about us on social media, and I joke a little bit like they do a little bit of a due diligence on the cigar shops if they're coming in from Dallas or the East Coast, and they'll get on social media and check you out and figure out if it's worthy for a visit. Because you got to keep in mind, if these guys are coming in, they're working all day, they got a couple hours, they want a place to smoke, maybe it's cold outside, they need to know what the hours are. They need to know whether or not you have a good selection or not. They need to know if they're going to be comfortable or not. So we want to go on social media. We want to be able to provide them kind of a virtual experience. They can check us out. Hopefully we check out okay, and hopefully they come down and visit us. And I think if they do come down and visit us, I think they'll enjoy their time with us. Well, I learned a new word, which I guess is an old word, of curating. So I hear the artists are curating a gallery or something like that. So in a lot of cases it is. There's so many cigars out there. There's tens of thousands of cigars that are out there and available. Someone like us, a licensed premium cigar retailer, that can purchase it. So you got to really keep your ear to the ground. You have to do a lot of reading. I watch a lot of cigar podcasts and video casts to keep up with what are the latest and greatest, and people that review cigars that I've come to trust, that they kind of know which cigars. You also got to keep your ear to the ground in terms of who your customers are and what they're looking for. Doesn't really matter. I can't buy cigars just for what I want to smoke. I have to buy cigars for what I think the public wants to. So therefore I'm trying to give a variety. We have about 700 and 750 different facings, which is a fancy retail cigar shop word for open boxes. And we try to provide a variety so that people can have a chance. We variety on the size, small, medium, large, shape, also on the various different blends. And a blend really consists of a wrapper leaf, a binder leaf, and filler tobacco that's bunched together. And the combination of the three make a particular, have a particular flavor profile, particular strength, and can also provide some notes. People can taste some notes, somewhat like the wine or other industries, where certain people can actually taste that on their palate, a coffee or nutty or white or black pepper type of a taste, cinnamon. comes up in some of the tasting notes of a cigar. That's all part of the blending process. Today I'm smoking the Aladino Reserva, or Aladino Corojo, and that cigar was recently rated number 17 in Cigar Aficionado. Cigar Aficionado is one of the most popular magazines in the industry. It's the gentleman that owns that also owns Wine Spectator. So those that are more familiar with wine than, let's say, cigars, they'll notice in the cigars as they dab their toe and maybe get more involved in cigars, they'll notice that there's a 1 to 100 rating on cigars similar to the wine industry. They'll note some of the tasting notes that are being described, some of the description. Again, we're growing, wine's being grown in the field, tobacco's being grown in the field. Our product is all natural. There's no additives or anything like that. It's just 3 leaves put together and a little bit of vegetable glue. Well, you know, there's been a tremendous growth in the local distillery, spirits, beer business as far as local manufacturers, brewers, and distillers, as far as I can tell. And we would be we would welcome and be very interested in having an event or having a pairing with several of the ones locally, whether it be Alpha Brewing, Earthbound, Still 630, or others. We're very open to having an event. Yeah, as far as trying to reach out to us, we're on social media. We have a website at rivermencigars.com. We're also on Instagram at Rivermen Cigars, and or you can just call us right here at the shop at 314-843-3355.